Hey everyone and welcome. So today we're going to tackle a question I see all the time. How do you safely install the CapCut APK on your Android phone? Especially if you can't use the Google Play Store. Let's get right into it.
So, let's set the scene. You absolutely need CapCut for your next project, but for whatever reason, the Google Play Store is a no-go. Maybe it's not available in your region, or maybe your device just doesn't have it. Whatever the case, you need another way to get that app on your phone, right?
And this, right here, is the fork in the road. This is where things get, well, critical. Once you step outside the walled garden of the Play Store, you've got two choices. There's the safe path that gets you the real, legit app. And then there's the other path, the risky one, that's just loaded with things like malware and spyware. Trust me, the choice you make right now really matters. And that's exactly why we're here today. I'm going to be your guide and walk you step by step down that safe path. Our goal is simple. Get the authentic CapCut app onto your phone without putting your device or your personal data at risk. Let's do this.
Okay, before we dive in, let's clear up one thing real quick. What is an APK anyway? Well, it's short for Android package. And honestly, the best way to think about it is like this. It's basically the .exe file for your phone. You know how you download a .exe to install a program on your Windows computer? Yep, an APK is the exact same idea, just for Android apps.
All right, let's get to the good stuff. Here is your step-by-step guide to doing this safely. You'll sometimes hear this process called sideloading, but don't worry about the jargon. We're going to break it down into super simple, easy-to-follow steps. So for anyone in a hurry, here's the super short version, the TLDR. It boils down to this. Go to the official CapCut website, and only the official website. You'll download the file, your phone will ask you to enable install unknown apps, you say yes just for that moment, you give the permissions a quick check, and boom, you're done. That's the whole secret sauce right there.
Okay, now let's break that down piece by piece. Step 1, and I cannot stress this enough, is to visit the official CapCut site. That's your #1 guarantee that what you're getting is the real deal. Number 2, your browser is going to throw up a warning message. Don't panic. That's totally normal. Just approve it because you know the source is trustworthy. Step 3, when you try to open that file, Android will pop up and ask you to enable install from this source. You're going to flip that switch on, but just for this one installation. Fourth, and this is super important, you're going to review the permissions the app asks for. We'll talk more about what to look for in a minute. And finally, step 5, launch the app and just make sure it's all working as it should. So you've heard me say official site a bunch of times now. Why am I so obsessed with it? Well, it's because where you get that APK file from is literally the most important decision you'll make in this whole process. It's the difference between safe and not so safe. Let's look at why. Think of it like this. On one side, you've got your official sources, the Google Play Store and CapCut's own website. These are the good guys. They're verified, they're scanned for bad stuff, they're secure. Then, on the other side, you've got the Wild West of the internet. These are the third-party sites offering modded or cracked versions of the app. And let me tell you, stepping into that world is a huge gamble. And these unofficial sites, they're sneaky. They'll try to tempt you with promises of premium unlocked for free. But you have to see it for what it is. It's bait. It's a trap. What you're actually getting isn't cool features. It's a file packed with malware, spyware designed to steal your passwords or hidden trackers. You know, modern Android has gotten so smart that it'll often just block these things from installing altogether, which tells you just how bad they are. Okay, so what happens if you do everything right? You go to the official site, you download the file, and something still goes wrong. First off, don't panic. It happens sometimes. Let's walk through a couple of the most common errors you might see and how to fix them.
All right, here's a big one. You've probably seen this before. You tap install on the file you just downloaded, and you get that super unhelpful message, app not installed. Ugh, it's so frustrating, right? But the good news is, there's usually a really simple reason for it.
9 times out of 10, this error is because of what's called a signature conflict. That's just a fancy way of saying your phone is confused because you already have another version of CapCut installed, maybe from the Play Store or somewhere else. The fix couldn't be easier. Just find and uninstall any version of CapCut that's currently on your device. Then, try installing that official APK again. I'm willing to bet that'll solve it. Okay, now for a different kind of message. What if you tried to install an APK and your phone just shuts it down completely? You get a big warning that says something like, install blocked for your protection, and there's no button to bypass it. What does that mean? So this isn't an error. This is actually your phone saving you from a big headache. This message pops up when the app you're trying to install is asking for really dangerous permissions, things like the ability to read your text messages. This is your phone's built-in security system screaming danger. It's actively protecting you from potential scams or malware. So if you ever see this message, my advice is simple. Stop. Do not proceed. That APK is bad news, and your only safe move is to find a way to get the real app from the Google Play Store.
And this brings us back to permissions, which are so important. You have to use a little common sense here. A video editor, like CapCut, of course it needs access to your storage to save videos, your camera to record, and your microphone for audio. That all checks out. But if that same app starts asking for permission to read your text messages, or listen to all your notifications, or take control of accessibility features, whoa, those are massive red flags. There's absolutely no reason a video editor needs that stuff.
Whoa, okay, we've gone through a lot. So let's boil it all down into one final, super simple security checklist. Think of this as your blueprint for doing this safely every single time.
So here are the 5 golden rules. Rule number 1. Google Play should always be your first choice. It's just the safest. Rule number 2. If you can't use Play, then the only other place you should go is the official CapCut website. No exceptions, period. Rule 3. When you enable Install Unknown Apps, think of it as a temporary switch. Flip it on for the install, and then flip it right back off when you're done. Rule 4. Always, and I mean always, glance at those permissions before you hit that final install button. And rule number 5, just remember that when you sideload, you won't get automatic updates, so you'll have to manually check the official site for new versions to keep your app secure.
And there you go. That's everything you need to know to get CapCut onto your device safely and securely, even if you can't use the Play Store. You now have the knowledge to do this the right way and totally avoid all those sketchy sites. So the only question I have for you is, now that you have it, what amazing thing are you going to create first?